Ladies and gentlemen, today is Trayvon Martin's 25th birthday, if he would have been alive today. You know, we was talking about what happened with him on February 25th, 2012, when a 17-year-old black teenager named Trayvon Martin, which just came out of the 7-Eleven in Sanford, Florida. Now remember, he was on his way to his, at that time, his father's house watching the NBA All-Star game, but he didn't make it home. And this is a crazy madman, a neighborhood watch captain named George Zimmerman, followed Trayvon. And remember, the 911 dispatcher didn't even want Trayvon out of his vehicle, chasing him, but he did it anyway. It was a scuffle, words were exchanged, and pow, Trayvon Martin was dead. So I did some research, and I'm going on there right now, and this is from Wikipedia. So we're gonna remember and honoring the Trayvon Benjamin Martin. So it says that a 17-year-old African American teenager from Miami Gardens, Florida, who was fatally shot in Sanford, Florida, by George Zimmerman. Martin has gone with his father on a visit to his father's fiancee at her townhouse at the retreat at Twin Lakes in Sanford. On the evening of February 26th, Martin was walking back alone to the fiance's house from a nearby convenience store. Zimmerman, a member of the community watch, saw Martin and reported him to the Sanford police as suspicious. 7 minutes later, there was an altercation, and Zimmerman fatally shot Martin in the chest. Zimmerman was injured during the encounter and claimed he had been defending himself. He was not charged at the time. The police said there was no evidence to refute his claims of self-defense, and the Florida stand your ground law prohibited them from arresting or charging him. After national media focused on the incident, Zimmerman was eventually charged and tried, but the jury acquitted him of second-degree murder and manslaughter in July of 2013. Martin was born in Miami, Florida, attended both Norland Middle School and Highland Oaks Middle School in North Miami-Dade County, Florida. He attended Miami Carroll City High School in Miami Gardens for his freshman and sophomore years. At the time of the shooting, Martin was a junior at Dr. Michael M. Kropp High School in North Miami-Dade. Following Martin's death, rallies, marches, and protests were held across the nation. In March of 2012, hundreds of students at his high school held a walkout in support of him. An online petition calling for a full investigation and prosecution of Zimmerman garnered 2.2 million signatures. Also in March, the media coverage surrounding Martin's death became the full story of the 2012 to be featured more than the presidential race, which was underway at the time. A national debate about racial profiling and stand your ground law ensued. The governor of Florida appointed a task force to examine the state's self-defense laws. Martin was scrutinized by the media and bloggers. The name Trayvon was tweeted more than 2 million times in the 30 days following the shooting. More than 1,000 people attended the viewing of his remains the day before his funeral, which was held on March 3rd, 2012 in Miami, Florida. He was buried in Dade Memorial Park North in Miami. A memorial was dedicated to Martin at a Goldsboro West Side Historical Museum, a Black History Museum in Sanford, in July of 2013. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to remember Trayvon Martin. Basically, he's the same 17-year-old teenager in 2012, minding his own business. He bought Skittles and an Arizona iced tea at that time. He didn't bother anybody. He was just on his way back home. He was on his way back home spending time with his dad and his fiance and watching the NBA All-Star game at the time. But he never made it home, thanks to Madman George Zimmerman. And he's still walking free today. And you know, it was funny, they character assassinate Trayvon Martin's name, you know, bringing up his past, bringing up his, you know, troubles in high school that he did. So, okay, so so let's make a long story short. You know, we're gonna remember this young man as he's a hero to everybody in this country. Rest in power, Trayvon. We will never forget you. Till then, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.